Satnam, welcome back to the channel. My name is Gobind and this is your channel for grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live. Thank you to those of you watching the replay. Excited to be here today for our weekly reading. So what I'm going to do is go over the astrology for the week, the major aspects that are going on, the ones that I feel are the most important for us to talk about. And then I'm going to do a card reading with tarot and oracle cards within the Akashic Records so we can receive an intuitive reading for the week. So before I dive in, again, thank you for being here. Hello, Diane, Anastasia, Trina. Good to see you guys. If you are here watching live, say hi in the chat. I love the chat interaction. Leo season has been feeling pretty awesome. Pretty fun, pretty exciting. I hope you guys are enjoying this energy. And we have a really beautiful and powerful aspect that's happening this week that I'll share with you guys that is bringing in some of that feel good energy, which of course we love. Before we dive in, let me invite you to definitely subscribe. And if you are a new subscriber, welcome in. There's a lot of new people that have been kind of checking out the channel because the recent podcast that I did with Matthias was very popular and I love it. So if you're new, welcome. If you're liking the content, make sure to give this video a thumbs up so the algorithm will suggest it to other people that also may enjoy this content and this channel. Also, make sure to download my free moon astrology guide, which will tell you what your psychic gifts are based off of your moon sign. It enters you into my email list, and I send out a weekly moon magic report that basically tells you the entire horoscope for the week. It tells you what events are coming up, what broadcasts you miss for the week, and any classes or courses that are coming up. And my friend Ashley and I are coming, we're going to come together and we're brewing something exciting coming soon. I'm not going to share much more than that, but I just want to tell you guys because I'm really excited about it. And we just finished our astrology school. Today we finished level 2 of the Moon Goddess training. And the question that's been coming up for me is what's the next thing that I'm going to be sharing and teaching with our community? So we are in the works of that, and it's going to be something really, really awesome and something that is actually also matches what I have been hearing so much from all the readings that I've been doing with people, like a desire or request. And so we're going to bring it all together. All right. Also, I do want to mention that in the description of this video, there is a link and a coupon to a astrology school that I'm currently taking that I am freaking loving. It's called Step Astrology with Christopher Witecki. I've affiliated with him, and so the affiliated link is down below. And what the class teaches you is all about the degrees of the zodiac. So from 0 to 29 and understanding the relationship and the decans and the meaning of like step 0 degree, 1 degree, 2 degrees, and how these are steps to learning how to actually manifest, that it is encoded within the degrees of your planets, aspects of manifestation that you embody in your chart and that you can understand fully by understanding this system. So come check this class out. There's a personal version and a professional version. So if you already know astrology and you want to dive into just the professional side of it, you can do that. Or you can do the personal, which is to teach you about your own chart and your own degrees and your own steps, basically. Hello, Mary. Hello, Rebecca. Good to see you guys. Trina says, I feel amazing today and excited for a great week. Yes. Those of you that are wanting to book a reading with me, you can go to my website, channelforgrace.com. I offer all different types of readings. And soon we're going to be coming up with a package that will get you basically all the different types of readings that I offer within the context of a structure, like a roadmap to help you get like from point A to point B, C, D on the journey of awakening, healing, and getting to know yourself, basically. So very, very, very excited about all of that. We also have a free community. It's called the Global Community on Mighty Networks. And I host events there. We host Kundalini yoga classes, meditations. Everything is all online on Zoom. I have my Starseed membership on there, which I'm very, very involved in, and provide a lot of information about all of the transits and all of the astrology that's currently happening from season to season. You are guided throughout the entire year to embody the energy, to know where it's happening in your own chart, and so much freaking more. The community is 100% the best part of this channel for Grace in any way, shape, or form. It is the people. You guys make this so freaking worth it. Some of you guys have been following for so long, and I so appreciate you guys. And I see you, and I'm so excited for new things and new adventures to come our way. So let's dive into the astrology of this week. And the most exciting thing of today is that, drum roll please, Mercury has finally gone direct. So now we've done the work of the retrograde, and during the retrograde, we're, really fully in the experience of the shadow work, almost in a way. And I'm not saying that every Mercury retrograde is a shadow work experience, but it can be. And there is something that shows up that needs to be reflected upon and contemplated upon, that now when Mercury goes direct, we get to continue that story, finish it, resolve it, and integrate everything that we have learned. So now we're entering into a place of integration. We just had a full moon this weekend, and that full moon was like insanely powerful. It was like one of those full moons that I felt for like 3 days in a row. Like it didn't stop like happening. Like I could, every night I would be like, it's full again. And I could feel the energy of this full moon, and it was very, very beautiful. And now we get this Mercury direct, and we start the week off with that, which is actually freaking so fun. Like, thank God, because it's been a little bit intense, to say the least. And we have other planets that are retrograde, and it's not the best thing when all the planets are going retrograde. Okay, now I want to tell you about something really, really exciting that is happening literally tomorrow, August 12th. Well, from today into tomorrow. And it is, if you see right here, I'm actually going to go to the exact point of it happening. So it has to do with Venus and with Jupiter. So 10 p.m. tonight, and then obviously it's going to be 10, 11, 12, 1 a.m. tomorrow for the people on the East Coast. We are all going to see a conjunction with Mercury and Jupiter. So and it's not just any conjunction. Hello, Robin. Welcome in. It is a conjunction exactly on the Sirius star. So speaking of the Lionsgate, basically right now, as this conjunction is going on, I believe this is the true Lionsgate. And I searched, and I asked you guys to search for when is the heliacal rising of the Sirius star happening where I live. And I searched it for me, and it said August 11th and 12th. And I know this conjunction is also happening. So holy shit. Okay. We got to get up early tomorrow. I'm going to do my best to get up early, like around 3:30 ish, 4 a.m. and look up at the sky, because you can see Jupiter and Venus, and they're going to be very close together on Sirius, and you're going to see the heliacal rising of that Sirius star. And then now every day for the rest of the year, that Sirius star, Orion and the Pleiades starts to move higher and higher in the sky. And so in the winter in the northern hemisphere, we're going to really see Orion and Sirius and the Pleiades very clearly in the evening sky. But right now they're just rising. So this is so powerful, because Venus and Jupiter are the two benefics, and they just bring in feel good energy. So I just feel like this is like it's bringing in the, this nurturing and like love and self-care. So this is one of the most beautiful, I would say the most beautiful aspect of the week, which is happening tonight into tomorrow. So super beautiful. It's beautiful energy, you guys. Okay, let's jump on over to actually the 14th, which is already Thursday. So I know there's not too many crazy aspects happening between this Venus-Jupiter conjunction and then Thursday, but that's okay because this transit is going to be bringing up a lot of energy that will sustain itself for the week. But there is this really interesting thing happening between Mercury and Mars, and it's happening at around 5 degrees. Excuse me. And it's a sextile. So Mercury just went direct, and then Mars is direct, but he just entered Libra. They are making a sextile to each other, which we consider a harmonious aspect. We consider like Mercury making harmonious aspects like more fluid or flowing communication. And the thing is that because Mercury isn't moving that fast yet, because he just went direct, and so he's slowly going to start to speed up again. He is going to make this sextile will be sustaining for about 4 days. It's going to be happening. So that brings in a beautiful aspect of harmonizing between communication and action, and getting really clear, because Mars in Libra is kind of wait for the clarity to arrive in order to no rushing. There's no rushing with Mars in Libra. It's like the opposite. It's like, wait a minute, we need to see what's the most important thing. And yes, it can become hard to commit or hard to decide or hard to know exactly what to do, and we can be like this or that, this or that, this or that, indecisive. But at the same time, there is a beautiful lesson in that slow down and take your time and figure it out clearly. Find the clarity before you take action. And that is a huge part of so many things. For example, emotional authority in human design. It's wait for the clarity to arrive. Don't jump to conclusions. Hello, Colorado True. Welcome in. So that's another beautiful aspect that's happening this week. Let's see. Then we get to the 15th, and we will see Venus then make a trine to the North Node. And that means that Jupiter is just right behind her. And a trine to the North Node is a reminder of where we're headed. It's a reminder of focusing on the future and activating that frequency and remembering what's important. Where are you going? Where is your North Star? And so we realign with Venus our values and what's the most important thing for us. So what a beautiful week, right? I mean, this is amazing. And then on August 16th, I don't usually cover the moon, but the moon this week is it's going to be waning gibbous. And it's, this is important because it's going to be waning gibbous to the point where we get to next week is Virgo season already. Leo season went by in a flash. So next week, we're going to see, as the sun enters Virgo, a new moon in Virgo at 0 degrees. So the moon is waning gibbous this week. Next week, it'll be balsamic. And then we'll see the first new moon of Virgo season. There's going to be 2 new moons. The second one's going to be a solar eclipse with the South Node at 29, which is going to be kind of gnarly. So we just experienced a full moon that is the last one before we're initiated into the journey of eclipse season. And eclipses happen every 6 months. So the moon on the 16th will enter and pass through the darkness to light portal, which means from Algol to Alcyone, diving deep into discovering and uncovering something that's really important for us to see. Hello, Sati Mama. And opening us up and moving that towards the light. It's the transmutation of the shadow to the gift frequency, we could say, in terms of the gene keys. And then we get to the 17th, which is the last day. And the moon on that day is going to be on Aldebaran and Orion. Aldebaran is Archangel Michael. So basically, the flow of the week is Mercury goes direct. Mercury has already gone direct. Oh, I forgot to mention, there is also today a sextile from Saturn to Uranus. Well, that's a big one. Let's go back to today. So Saturn over here, 1 degree, making a exact sextile to Uranus. And when they're exact, that's when you feel the power, right? That's when you feel like the most intense aspect of that energy. So Saturn is right now retrograde, and he's actually exactly next to Neptune, not at the exact minutes, but the exact degrees. So they're technically both sextiling Uranus. I feel this is a very positive influence coming in. It can feel like the determination and like the true like desire for a new world, or something new, a power, like a truly like true self-care. Because if you add that little bit of like step astrology here, you got 1 degree, which is self-love. It's like I love myself, you know. So there's this like energy of like self-love that's guiding us towards a new world and a new future. Then we see the conjunction between Venus and Jupiter. Then we see the sextile that lasts 4 days with Mercury and Mars. And then we see the trine to the North Node by Venus, the darkness to light portal with the moon, and we end the week on Orion and Aldebaran. So I mean, I feel like this is an awesome week. And because I do want to pull this up, I do want to talk about this. When I reset this to today and I go forward, so the sun starts this week at 19 degrees and 37 minutes of Leo. We're still looking at the degrees a little bit more, just because I want to get into the habit of like bringing that into the picture. So right now, I want to talk about it through the lens of the gene key. So like, what gene key is the sun going to be passing through this week? So we start at 1937 of Leo. And that means that we are now currently on the 4th gene key. So I'm going to pull that up on my end so I can look at it and kind of go through what's the theme. So the sun on the gene keys is going to bring up specific themes, right? And so this 4th gene key ends at 24 degrees, 30 minutes of Leo. So let me see where we're at on the 17th. 24 degrees, 30 minutes. Okay, so on Sunday, the sun enters the 29th gene key. So we're going to look at both of those real quick. So for most of the week, we're experiencing the 4th gene key, which goes from the shadow of intolerance to the gift of understanding, and then the city of forgiveness. That's pretty powerful. If you compare that to like all of the aspects that I was just talking about, whoa. This is what Richard Rudd says about the 4th gene key. If we have this gene key prominently in our profile, we're going to stop needing to know and finally understand. We'll start laughing. Happiness never comes through answers. It only comes when we're so tired of answers that we just decide to live the questions fully. Our life radiates the answer, and finally we can relax and be of the deepest service to the world. It's called a universal panacea, and it's part of the codon ring of union, which, well, if you think of the word union, there's that frequency of a coming together. So we're in the story of the codon ring of union. I want to go into this just a little bit, because when you look at the codon rings, you get to see what's the story behind the gene key. Like, what part of a bigger picture is this? So this is also a theme of the week. The ultimate role of the ring of union is the purification of human relationships across our planet. And Venus and Jupiter are making a conjunction. That's pretty powerful. On Sirius. This is a total like download and activation for humanity, you guys. Containing the collective codes to bring the human family into realization of its state of higher union. These 4 gene keys have long governed human relationship patterns and their dysfunction on our planet. The combined dynamic of virtue with forgiveness, devotion and transparency sets the stage for a completely new phenomenon to be seated in humanity. Collective leadership. Okay, with Saturn sextiling Uranus, this is possible. This codon ring is currently undergoing a great deal of spontaneous mutation in our DNA and is directly responsible for a huge shift in the way in which we humans relate, particularly through our sexuality and gender. So the big part of this week is the fact that we're activating this ring of union on the 4th gene key, which is essentially asking us move from intolerance to understanding. And then dive deep into this, like bask in the frequency of forgiveness. And as we enter next week, on Sunday, we go to the next theme, which is the 29th. It goes from half-heartedness to commitment to devotion, which is another one of the gene keys in this ring of union. So the ring of union is like, it continues on till next week. And when we get to that, this is interesting. When we get to that new moon in Virgo, it will be on the 29th. Depends on the minutes. But actually, I mean, you know, since we're here, let's just freaking go look at it real quick. So it's 0. It might be on the next one. Depending on the minutes is the exact gene key, and this one cuts it close. So I believe it's not going to be the 29th. So 0 minutes, 0 degrees, 22 minutes of Virgo is actually the 59th gene key. So it's not, but then the 59th is another one in the ring of union. Okay. And we were just on the 7th. All right. So last week, into this week, into next week, and into the eclipse, we're going through all of the gates in the ring of union. Like, you realize that, right? It's the 7th, the 4th, the 29th, and the 59th. So the ring of union is holding steady for like a couple of weeks now, for this week and next week, and it's going to lead us into the new moon in Virgo and initiate us into eclipse season. Then we'll go to a different ring, codon ring. But either way, the 29th is from half-heartedness to commitment to devotion, and it's described as leaping into the void. So I just wanted to bring that in because sometimes it is really, really cool to see the underlying tones and frequencies and themes of these of the astrology, but also of, you know, that we can pull in the human design, we can pull in the gene keys. Hello guys, welcome in. Shelly, Lish, Mishan, good to see you. Kate, and Shala. Okay, so that's the flow of our week. So now what we're gonna do is open up the Akashic records with the prayer to open up the records and ask now for an intuitive message from this energy. So what do we need to know right now? From the deep depths of the cosmic mind, I hear a whisper. This whisper calls us inwards towards our essence. A light begins to glimmer at the center of our heart. This is the light of unity, the all-knowing wisdom of the One. Through this door, we open the gates of the Akashic, the magical flower of life. We see our duality. We recognize our sacred trinity. We begin to witness infinite possibilities as we become the observer and the observed. A powerful and luminescent light engulfs our being, and we feel many dimensions all at once. We enter the Akashic records, protected and loved by all star beings that have accessed these portals before. The records are now open. May wisdom flow, may understanding descend, and may we be blessed with the lights of love. I love this part too, Rebecca. So let's pull some cards. I'm going to shuffle these real quick. And what I want to ask is, like, what do we need to know this week? I mean, there's some pretty powerful aspects going on, like Venus, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Mercury direct, Mercury sextile Mars for a few days, like this theme of forgiveness leading into devotion. It's what do we need to know? What's going to help us the most at this time. So let's see. What is the first card? Whoa. It just flew out, and it's the Strength card. So this is what I like to call the frequency of grace under pressure. You know, she has her little infinity symbol halo. She's, you know, taming the lion. But strength, right? Grace under pressure and strength is the starting point of this week. I love that because it's the Lion's Gate. It's the true Lion's Gate. Grace under pressure. Ooh. Okay. It's also the 8th card. Get out of here. I'm not even kidding. Look. 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the 8th card. Get the fuck out. Okay, here we go. This is nuts. Challenge for the week. 6 of Cups. So the challenge for the week is basically healing the inner child. And healing the inner child is sometimes you got to do the heavy work. Sometimes you got to go in deep into the shadow and do the soul retrievals and stuff. I've been doing a lot of that lately and guiding people through that lately. And I could tell you it is some powerful stuff if you let yourself dive in. If you just surrender and go in and go fix the past. You know what I mean? Like I'm going to say something that might be like, some people might be like, what are you talking about? You can fix the past. You can change your timelines when you do soul retrieval. And that is something that I'm going to start offering soon, which I'm really freaking excited about. Okay. But healing the inner child, and the other side of healing the inner child is go have fun. Go freaking play. Like, stop being so goddamn serious. Yup. Yup. Okay. Overall theme for the week. Let us see. This is like pure love, you know? Being pure love. Oh, okay. The 7 of Swords reversed. The deception is over. Like either from ourselves or from others. Like we're done trying to get away with shit. We don't need to. We don't need to be in our toxic freaking patterns anymore. The overall theme is we're leaving that behind, you guys. Or the opportunity to leave that behind has arrived. Yeah, you need to play. Everybody needs to play. I've allowed myself to do that so much more lately, and I swear to God, I feel so amazing. It's mind-blowing. And the soul retrievals. Oh my God. Oh my God, I can't even. I'm so excited. I think I'm literally going to just start offering that as one of my offerings. Shamanic soul retrieval. I'm telling you. Some powerful stuff. Okay, I'm feeling these 2 cards coming through for the wisdom from the ancestors. So we get the King of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. So in the King of Pentacle cards, there are 2 bulls on the top. So this brings in it's a king surrounded in the feminine abundance, you know? And then the Knight of Swords is it can be like rushing to conclusions. It can be like hello Cassandra, it can be like, you know, you're going too fast, slow down. But what I think is happening is that it's telling us that this is the energy of like freaking go already. You know, this guy is in motion already in the picture. Like it's already happening. So what's already happening is the getting anchored into something powerful that is abundant and secure and that surrounds you with love and self-care. So that's the power. That's the message from our ancestors. Like what's quickly approaching, like you need to be determined, but what's quickly approaching is this groundedness. And so I feel like, hey, that's good. I want to feel grounded. I want to feel, you know, so maybe we will feel that this week. Well, this is a crazy reading. All right. I want to pull an animal spirit card to see what is the animal that's going to guide us this week. What? Okay. It just fell out. I love it when they fall out because then it's like super clear. The pheasant. Oh man, this is interesting. Okay, let me see if I have this one in this, if this one is in this book. Hopefully it is. Come on, pheasant. Yes, it's here. Okay. Express yourself more freely and passionately as you align with your sensual side. Wow. When pheasant shows up, it is a sign to be more passionate. Do not be afraid to express yourself, especially when it comes to the love you have for others. Be free in your expression of mind, body, and spirit. Let your sensuality come to life and allow yourself the opportunity to be more seductive and sultry. Oh my God. Let your natural beauty shine. Go after the experiences that you want and let all fears dissolve as you move ahead with confidence. Pheasant wants you to pursue your passions and remove any hesitation when it comes to asking for what it is you want. Try new experiences and get out of your comfort zone. You are capable of attracting love, friendship, and creative opportunities quite easily. Others are drawn to your vibrant nature, and you stand out from the crowd in ways that make you a beautiful soul. Wow. Express yourself more freely and passionately as you align with your sensual side. Okay, Lion. Okay, Leo season. Okay. Got it. I love it. This is powerful energy, you guys. It's creative energy. The sensual side activates creativity when you heal that side of yourself. I know, right? I never knew that either. The pheasant is this animal deck. I got it because it's got all new kinds of animals I never, knew were in oracle cards. So I love it. So that is our message for the week. So let me close the records and send us all on our way. Thank you guys for watching. From the deepest depths of our soul, we give gratitude and love, for we understand we are a fractal of that cosmic whole. As we give, so we get, open to all possibilities through all time and space. We walk through the Akashic portal back to our inner space, remembering that this wisdom lives within every cell of our being. Thank you, star beings, for holding this sacred space and for protecting us during this journey through time and space. The records are now closed. Satanam, 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 Waheguru. What a beautiful week that's coming, you guys. What a beautiful energy. I am so excited. I feel like this is going to be a really, really kind of like a grounding, but also a activating and all these different things, but like a beautiful manifestation of this powerful energy that we have been building up towards. Because Leo season is where the sun is at its greatest strength in the northern hemisphere, and we're right in the middle of summer. And so Virgo season and then eclipse season is coming. So this is like the last high before we go into like the kind of like the road gets a little bumpy. Okay, so this is the last high. So enjoy it. Enjoy it. I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being a part of this community. Have an amazing week. And I will see you all again soon. Satnam.